Welcome back to Continue Cooking with me, MonteCristo, and my lovely wife, Susie.
That's me. I'm Susie.
Why are you making impressions of yourself? It's a weird thing to do.
Meow.
Now you're doing cat impressions?
Meow.
Okay, so hopefully you guys can tell us, are my lips synced with the sound that you're hearing, which has been a Twitch problem, an encoding problem.
Who knows?
Who can know?
Let's just keep going.
Let's keep going. Doesn't affect the recording, by the way, because the recording is always synced. We found out.
Oh, okay. Well, someone said it's fine.
Great.
So, huzzah.
No robot, no sync issues. Knock on wood.
Yeah, honestly, if there was robot, Twitch chat is the first to let us know. So if you don't even need to ask. Like, if it happens, they'll tell us. If it doesn't, we just keep going.
Exactly.
No news is good news.
No news is good news. Okay, so today we're going to make some authentic Sichuan dishes. We spent last week making a lot of American-style Chinese food. This week, we'll be making some real Chinese food. So today, that means Sichuan food from the Chengdu region of China. Very popular, very famous for its mala, the spicy, numbing flavor. And then later this week, we'll do the far west of China, the Xinjiang province, and we'll get into some weird dishes over there. Also, which will include some mala flavors and the Sichuan peppercorns. But today, we've got two of my favorite main dishes, stir-fry dishes from Sichuan. Twice cooked pork, which is a pork belly dish, and dry fried chicken, which is a very spicy dish. Susie is looking very intently at things.
I'm just making sure you're focused.
Am I in focus, guys?
I don't know. You guys tell me. Though I don't think... So you look focused on this screen. You look focused-ish on this screen. And Twitch is just blurry. Because I think it's just Twitch and I don't know.
Well, Susie,
it looks cleaner this time for sure. That's what they say.
In Korea, Twitch is capped at 720.
That's what I mean. So
it will be blurry.
I think over here is the best bet, and
yeah.
You look crisp over here.
Crisp. Okay, so we're going to make a side dish, which are Sichuan smashed cucumbers, which is a side salad, and the rice vinegar we're going to be using plus the coolness of the cucumbers offsets the chili flavors really nicely. So it's a side dish that's often served with Sichuan food that I really like. It's a great palate cleanser. It's lovely.
Mm-hmm. I know Orion's going to love it. We found out yesterday that he loves spicy food.
He's a year and a half old.
He's a year and a half old, and he was like demanding spicy kimchi and crying when it was too spicy, but then taking a drink of milk and then continuing to eat the kimchi. So I don't know. And then we have Max, who like has a slice of bread and then complains it's too spicy. So we will give cucumbers to baby.
So I'm just going to get out some pork belly, guys. So what we have here is we have what's called skin on pork belly. So this is a pretty thick cut, as you can see.
Why is it not focusing?
There it goes. It'll autofocus.
Oh, there.
It's confused by the plate.
Yeah, move the plate. Move it more. There we go.
Okay, so this is a... Come on, camera.
Closer. There we go.
This is a pretty thick cut of the pork belly, and it looks very nice. As you can see, you can get this kind of thick cut of pork belly at an Asian market. We're going to want to try it with the skin on. This is called skin on pork belly. This is the pig skin right here. This will render nicely and become kind of translucent. It adds some more texture to this, so this is the kind of pork belly you want. Today, we're going to be making food with a lot of ingredients where you're just going to have to go to an Asian market. There's no real substitutes. The cuts that we'll be using, like this pork belly, are a little more unorthodox. You can't substitute Sichuan peppercorns for other things. It's just not possible. So you're going to have to just deal with it. You can take a look here, too. Perhaps this will be better for you guys.
No, let's go to 3. Go to 3.
It doesn't feel like focusing. Okay, so here's this is about a pound of pork belly or 450 grams. And You might be wondering, why is it called twice cooked pork belly? Well, literally, we are going to cook the pork belly twice. The first time we are going to boil it in some water with some aromatics. Then we are going to chill it so we can slice it thinly, and then we are going to stir fry it after that. So we're going to start the process of dealing with it right now. Which will involve us just filling a pot full of water. Very slowly.
Filling water.
I will plug in this camera.
Oh, already.
Well, got to start the process. I know. Going early. Okay. So I'm just going to boil some water in here for our pork belly.
Ta-da!
Whoa!
Watch the water. Finally, I am on
Enhance.
when Monty is cooking. Huzzah! Welcome.
Welcome!
I like how last week when we had orange chicken, there was like so many people watching because everyone loves delicious, bad for you American Chinese.
Yep.
And this week they're like, what is this?
It's good, guys. I promise. It's also bad for you if it makes you feel good.
This is as exciting as a NA early game.
Okay. Let me actually just find the...
Anime nerd Fred Durst, where in the world are you? I
He's
really,
American.
Okay, I appreciate that you're here in every stream, which is wonderful, but I do worry about your sleep schedule.
It's probably just West Coast U.S., which is fine for this.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's not late at all.
I am absolutely not American.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, man.
What an assumption.
He's just on in the middle of the night in Europe or something. Maybe he's Mexican. Is he Canadian?
Hawaiian, perhaps?
Hawaii time zone would be good for this. It could be Australian, too.
All right, it's 6:40 p.m. in California.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
not even 10 at night.
Nah,
on the
these
East
are
Coast.
always evenings. I'm in MDT, Mountain Daylight Time.
Yeah, so he's Canadian then. What, are you from Calgary or something?
I don't know. The way you said I'm absolutely not American.
He's from
makes me-
Alberta or something.
I feel like you're definitely.
Are you from Alberta? Are you in Calgary? That's my guess. Because I'm from Colorado, so I also have I live the MDT life.
MDT life. It is 3 a.m. in EU.
Yes, I know. It is unavoidable.
Oh, hey Tasmo.
Hey, Desmo.
Caught another Monty cooking stream.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Hope you're doing well, man.
It's really nice when old friends stop by the stream.
Okay, here are ingredients for twice cooked pork belly. But this is merely the first cooking of the pork belly. And for our first cooking, we're going to boil this pound of pork belly with a couple of green onions, a knob of ginger, and some Sichuan peppercorns. And that's our first cooking of the pork belly.
Not enough gaping.
Always a complaint.
Yes, not enough gaping. Red Overgeared, first time in chat. What's up, Monty? How are you doing? It's been a long time since LCK casting.
Sure has.
Sure has.
10
Whew.
years, some might say. Almost 10 years.
Has
since
it
I
really
stopped.
been?
Well, I stopped in 2017? No, I just stopped in 2016.
Oh my God.
I did Overwatch at the beginning of 2017 on OGN.
Was it 2016, like 3 years ago?
Yep.
I'm so confused.
3 times 3 years ago.
Oh my God, I'm so confused.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to boil this here pork belly. And we've got some aromatics. So I have a knob of ginger. You'll want about 1.5 inches of ginger. I've got a couple other pieces here. I'm going to add just a little bit more, probably. And we want to crush this ginger with the flat of a knife so that we open it up and get the ginger into the boiling water. So I'm just going to crush it like this. Crush it like this. I'm going to cut this up, actually. I'm going to crush it into a few pieces. So crunch it. Crunch it. And we're going to crunch it. We're going to add some scallion whites. We really only care about the whites, if we're being honest. Don't take that out of context, please. A couple of scallions, and we're going to crunch them too.
Yeah, OGN Apex was like 10 years ago too.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And we have some Sichuan peppercorns.
Show us the peppercorns.
Oh, I will, because we're going to do, what is it? Moya? These are Sichuan peppercorns. So.
What is it? Boya?
What is it? Moya? What are Sichuan peppercorns? So Sichuan peppercorns are the husks of the berry of a Chinese prickly ash. And you may ask, why do we need the husks of these? So the seeds are removed because the seeds don't taste very good and don't have a nice texture. And we dry the berries out. And so why we get the husks here is that this is going to create a numbing effect in your mouth. And the combination of the numbing effect with the spiciness of chilies is what creates the ma-la flavor in Sichuan cuisine. You cannot substitute these. There is nothing else that is going to numb your mouth in the same way. Plus, Sichuan peppercorns are actually related to citrus, most closely to citrus, not to the pepper plant. So they have a very bright lemony scent and a lemony flavor and a floral flavor to them. So they're not very peppery. They just create a numbing sensation on your tongue and your mouth combined with a lemony flavor. They are delicious. They are going to be used a lot in traditional Chinese cuisine, not only in Sichuan cuisine like we're doing today, but also we will use them for our cumin lamb later this week in the Xinjiang cuisine. So this is a kind of an essential spice in Chinese cooking. You can buy these at Chinese Asian grocery stores. You can buy it in Asian grocery stores. You can buy it online on Amazon. But these are a must-have. Nice thing is they kind of last for a long time, right? So you can keep them around. They're not expensive or anything. Fun fact, they were actually illegal to import to the U.S. for decades. And that ban only fell in the early 2000s. And the reason why is because they are closely related to citrus, so the U.S. was afraid that they would give American citrus trees diseases. So there was an agricultural import ban on them.
I can smell it from here.
Oh, I can taste that. Bit into one. It's just like lemon numbing.
Watch out for Monty drooling now because he can't feel his lips.
I'm spilling them everywhere. It's all right. We'll chuck some into our...
We're illegally cooking, guys. Oh, no, but we're in Korea, so it's okay.
Yeah. Also, they're illegal in the U.S. now.
Aw, Anime Nerd Fritter said, not only am I here almost every time, but this is basically the only channel I watch on Twitch.
It's the best one. Did we ever figure out where he's from?
No, he hasn't told us. Really enjoy Monty's overall style of presenting himself.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice.
You have too much knowledge, Monty.
I'll just hit myself in the head with a hammer a few times, okay?
What would happen if you ate that whole package?
My mouth would be numb? Well, it would take a lot of donations for me to try, guys.
Oh, there we go. He's in Alberta.
Alberta. I was right. I was right. Do you go to the Calgary Stampede? Because obviously I come from rodeo country, and I've been to Cheyenne Frontier Days and the National Western Stock Show, which are two of the biggest rodeos. But the other really big one is the Calgary Stampede, which I've never been to.
I don't watch League anymore. Monty, are you still in the scene?
So I own a podcast company, but I'm not actively doing League of Legends right now.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this. Our water is boiling, so we're just going to put our pork belly right in there. And you'll see it'll change color nearly immediately.
Yeah.
And we're going to boil this through. So this is the first cooking. I'm going to drop my smashed ginger in there. I'm just going to scatter a small handful of peppercorns. And I'm going to put a couple of these. I'll put one more scallion in there just for fun.
For funsies.
Let's smash another one.
No, you are wrong. I'm not in Calgary. That's gross.
Where in Alberta are you? On the plains?
Monty, go back into league.
Also,
Make your kids proud.
this guy's saying that he's absolutely not American. Well, you might be soon, buddy.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wait, isn't Canada just another state or something? Isn't that what Trump said?
I mean, it's ridiculous, right? Okay.
Edmonton,
yes. Oilers. Man, why can't the Oilers win a cup, man? I was really hoping this year the Oilers would win. Damn it.
Ooh, how did you get all the peppercorn to be in with the scallion so pretty like that?
Magic. Definitely wasn't random. Okay, so we have our pork belly here. What we're going to do is, because we're going to cook it twice. A dish so nice, they'll cook it twice. We are going to just put this in for about 20 minutes. And we're going to turn down the heat a little bit and just get it to simmer. And the aromatics are going to flavor the water, which is in turn going to flavor our pork belly. And we just want a nice little touch of the flavor of the ginger and the scallions. And the pork belly will really smell like the ginger and the scallions afterwards, which is really nice. So that's all we need to do there. This dish is quite easy.
Yeah, I'm actively trying to leave Alberta. It's not a good place to be right now. And then someone else says, I'm in Quebec for school and it's not fun.
Really? Quebec City? I love Montreal, man. Montreal's a great city.
Yeah, Canada is apparently an honorary state of... It's like Puerto Rico. It's just a part of the United States, don't you know?
Oh boy, Susie. Please stop.
Please, not
Susie,
do not take this out of context.
Susie's trying to ruin my show, guys. Trying to get me canceled. These are not the opinions of Monte Cristo. Okay, so let's get some chicken thighs out.
My name is Monte Cristo, and I approve of this message.
I do not approve of this message.
I told him Korea's not bad, but then he said, I'm kind of done with snow, and things seem tumultuous and possibly on a downward trajectory over here. I think that's like the whole world, really.
Yeah, really. Good luck finding someplace. Okay.
Is this a Korean kitchen?
Yes. It is, in fact, a kitchen in the nation of Korea. Okay, so I have my chicken thighs here.
Do you still talk with Thorin?
Of course. I do multiple shows with Thorin.
True. Yeah, they do foreplay. They do.
Yeah, we do a
Four
movie
Horsemen.
show and the esports industry show. So I'm just going to remember, as I frequently tell you guys, all boneless chicken thighs come with skin on, which is very useful. But, in Korea, that is. But I need to take the skin off in this case because we're trying to cut this into smaller chicken pieces and we don't need the extra fat. So I just need to trim these for a minute. We're going to use a little more than a pound of chicken thighs here. And we'll cut them up into little bite-sized pieces.
Do you use the skin elsewhere, or are you just tossing it?
I'm tossing it. I guess you could just fry it and eat it as a questionably healthy snack.
Oh, Foreplay is the name of the movie show.
Oh, yeah, I probably should have said that.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of weird.
Lots of-
Four, it's a pun, because we watch 4 movies from a genre or by a certain director. We just started our psychedelic horror arc. So Susie got to watch Mandy for the first time the other day.
It was interesting. I'll be honest with you. The first part of it, I was falling asleep. It was okay, and Monty urged me, "Don't sleep. Like, it gets better," and it did. And
I mean, it's a really crazy movie.
Nicolas Cage's crazy eye
He's
face
great in it.
is incredible. They do a lot of foreplay in between Monty squatting and gaping.
Yeah, the squatting and gaping happens here. That's after the foreplay, guys.
On Continue Cooking.
So what I'm doing is I'm just trimming off some of this excess fat here because we don't need it.
Do you still talk with Doa?
Of course. I also do a show with Doa. We just did a review of the James Gunn Superman. It's all on the Culture Channel, LFN Culture Channel.
I think the more I think about it, I like the movie.
Yeah, it's all right.
It was very feel good,
Yeah.
and I think, yeah,
I think that's why people are vibing with it right now.
yeah, it was just very feel good.
I think people are stressed out about, socio-political stuff, and so the escapism of the new Superman movie, I think, appealed to a lot of people, which is fair enough.
And the fact that they, quote unquote, caught the bad guy, and that all was well in the world, kind of thing. That Superman helped right the wrongs, and yeah, it was very feel good. He's so wholesome.
Okay, so for our chicken thighs here, now that I've trimmed off some of the fat, what we're going to want to do is to cut these into kind of bite-sized pieces. So I'll do them about that big, maybe a couple centimeters.
Centimeters?
Yeah, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch.
Are you... You're metric...
I'm a metric man now.
Yeah. We don't care about freedom units anymore. Only in temperature.
That's right.
Monty gets mad when I tell him the temperature in Celsius.
It's not a temperature for humans. It's great for science, but it's really terrible for what the weather's like. It's not as precise as Fahrenheit. Nobody wants decimal temperatures for how hot it is outside. Lame.
I finessed yo mom says, I've been binge watching all the movie reviews while I recover from an ACL tear. Thank you,
gosh,
Monty.
I hope you're feeling better.
Well, I'm glad Monty is able to.
Did you tear it doing something cool, or are you just old and like you stepped on your leg wrong?
Shut up. Are you making fun of my fracture where I stepped on my foot wrong and I fractured it?
One time I slept wrong, guys, and I got a pinched nerve in my neck, and I had to go to urgent care to get a shot of Motrin in my butt.
Hooray for growing old! Yeah, I was stepping down our front porch, and I stepped wrong, and I fractured my foot. Will there ever be a baking stream coming?
No.
We tried. You tried to make your pita naan.
So the oven here is really questionable. I did make cornbread the other night. So there are a few things that will prevent the baking stream. First off, I don't have a stand mixer in Korea. My stand mixer is in the States, which makes it a lot more annoying to bake in general if I don't have one. And I don't feel like spending $400 on a stand mixer out here. because I'm not planning on being here forever, and I already own one. So that's one of the things. The other thing is I would really have to get a different oven, because this oven is terrible. And it doesn't actually get hot enough to bake bread, which is what I would want to bake. It's a lot of problems, guys.
He's also not as confident in his baking as he is.
I'm not a very good baker, guys.
I was trying to say it in a nice way, but
I'll just be honest. I'm just not a good baker.
your cornbread cake was wonderful.
Well, I've made cornbread. Cornbread's extremely easy, and I've made it many times. But this oven is really garbage. So
Wait,
it's
why
tough.
are you even in Korea?
What? Why am I in Korea? Because we want to be in Korea. Because it doesn't matter where I do my work these days. And Korea is cheaper. And Korea is nice. And we wanted our kids to be fluent in Korean. And that just wasn't going to happen in America. So if it doesn't matter, I mean, and also, like, straight up, I don't like LA where we were living, so.
I miss LA. But I don't miss the prices. I don't miss the traffic. I don't miss the unsafeness. I think that really rounded me up when that random lady came to our house and was like trying to invite herself in.
Yeah.
And that wasn't cool.
Indeed.
But what about all the freedom?
Well, I mean, by the way, last year I spent about 3 months in America.
Did you?
Yeah. Because I was there all of May, we were there all of September in Tahoe, and then we were there for a month at Christmas.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So, I mean, I can go back for a long time. I can do my work there, too.
Don't live in NYC. It sucks here. Overrated.
I have lived in NYC.
I grew up right outside. I grew up in New Jersey. But honestly, if we were to live in New York City now, we better be gajillionaires.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way I would live in New York City.
It's really hard to be there with kids, in particular, because you have the cost of private schooling and like all the childcare and stuff that you need, it's just outrageous.
And all the nannies will need.
All the nannies, yeah, it's just like so annoying. So, would not recommend.
How hard is it to get a citizenship in Korea as an American? Well, first you have to prove your fluency in Korean.
Yeah, I don't need it though, because Susie has the equivalent of a green card, and I'm here on a spousal visa, and I can't take a job here, but I don't work here anyway. I work remotely, so it doesn't matter. Because they don't care as long as I'm not taking jobs here, and considering I'm making money that comes from outside of the country, I then take that money and spend it in Korea. So we're really just injecting money into the Korean economy. So it's good for the country, really.
And yeah, so on his spousal visa, and then all the family is lumped into national health care, which is great.
Yep. Grabbing some scallions here, guys.
But getting a Korean citizenship will still take like a year or two. My mother was trying to get her Korean citizenship back, and that took her a while, even though she's older and, is Korean. The Way of the House Husband, Monty edition.
I'm going to use pre-smashed ginger, guys. Don't judge me.
It's okay. I love my house husband. I'm also housewife, so.
So I have run out of my fresh ginger. So I'm going to use some pre-minced ginger because I actually just hate mincing ginger, guys. I really dislike it. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of minced ginger. Wow. I'm going to position some ingredients here so we can do our ingredient gape squat.
Is produce cheaper in Korea or Japan?
I don't buy ingredients. I have no idea.
No idea.
So we're going to use a teaspoon of our Sichuan peppercorn.
Where did your love for cooking come from?
I don't know, just like it.
Does it make you feel happy to create something from nothing
Yep.
and then be right about it?
I do like that. No, I enjoy the process of it. It's like kind of meditative for me, you know. It's very zen. I like a skill that I can get better at. It feels like it's something you can do for your whole life and just keep getting better and better and better and better at it. So I enjoy the process.
And I enjoy eating the food that you make.
So there you go. Everybody
And
wins.
For the rest of my life, I will just get better and better and better at it.
At eating my food?
Yeah, I'm working on that skill.
Yeah, you're improving rapidly.
I am. Since the Thorin gooning episode of Snake and Banter did so well, will it now be mandated that Thorin has to goon on every episode?
Would be funny, actually. We just include that as an Easter egg now. I'll bring that up.
I don't even know what he did, but
Oh, nothing. It's just stupid.
just Thorin things.
No. It's just the internet is stupid.
Oh. I wish my roommate would enjoy eating my food.
Why doesn't you? Are you just bad at cooking? I'm trying to help you here.
Have you tried using Sichuan pepper on Western style dishes, and does it work?
I have done a little bit of experiment. What I really want to do is try and start incorporating into like some Mexican fusion food and see how that goes. The real question is, can I make good Sichuan tacos?
Ooh, that sounds really yummy.
I think I can. I think it's possible because basically because it pairs so well with chili, and because it already has that citrus flavor. So there's probably a way that you can do some really interesting dry rubs. Like there's probably a carne asada you could make with not these but ground Sichuan peppercorn, which you can toast the husks and then mortar and pestle them into a powder. And so there's probably a good way to do that. There may also be a good way to make something like barbacoa.
With Sichuan? Mm.
Yeah, I need to do some experimentation, but probably there's a cool way to do some like tacos.
Could you put it in like a tomato sauce and then make pizza?
I don't know if you want like citrus flavor in your pizza. So it really is very lemony. So
it's like having pineapples on there, I guess.
I don't know about that one, Susie. I don't know about that.
Oh, you could also use Sichuan to make a burrito.
Burrito, yeah.
Style sauce.
Yes, yeah. So, because you can make burrito ramen, there is probably a good way to do some sort of burrito hot pot, like Sichuan hot pot. There's probably a way to do that, guys. Over Christmas, I made some insane lamb burrito when I was back in the States. It was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It does make a mess, though. I can make the burrito here, too.
I'm ready for your squat and gape.
Oh, my gosh. Just tired of my talking.
Oh, sweetheart. If I was tired of your talking, we'd be divorced a long time ago.
Here are ingredients for our dry fried chicken, a delicious Sichuan dish. We have some chicken thighs already sliced up. We have some Sichuan peppers, Sichuan peppercorn, scallions, garlic, ginger. We have some Korean chilies, but you can also use Anaheim chilies are great for this, or Turkish peppers, chili oil, and dark soy sauce, as well as some superfine sugar. Or, of course, as Susie knows, as I like to call it, MonteCristo's sugar. Why is that, Susie?
It's super fine.
Because it's super fine.
This one says sugar powder.
You want superfine sugar, not powdered sugar, but I don't have that, so we have to use powdered sugar.
I was like, if you could read Korean, it says sugar.
It's MonteCristo sugar because it's...
Super fine.
Thank you.
So proud of yourself. I say it's a little bit my fault for the cooking, but partly my roommate's fault for wanting to eat the same 3 meals every day.
What are the 3 meals?
I don't know.
Okay, so 20 minutes. Our pork belly is done. You will see that our pork belly has plumped up here and is cooked through. This one especially plumped up really nicely. So it is going to expand in size. This way the layers of the fat are now going to have, they expand a little bit. You can see the skin here has also plumped up, and if you smell it, it smells like ginger and scallions, and you get a little bit of that lemon aroma too from the Sichuan peppercorn. So what I'm going to do now is just pop this in the freezer. And the reason why I want to put it in the freezer is I need to chill it, first off, so it's less hot, so I can touch it. But also because we put it in the freezer because we're going to want to cool it, because when it's cooled, we don't want it frozen, so be careful. You want to slice it extremely thinly, right? And it's easier to do that when it is cold, when it is chilled and a little bit harder. At this point, one of the things I like to do, and I didn't do today, is you can obviously fit more pork belly in your pot where you're simmering it. And one of the nice things you can do is make a bunch of pork belly, maybe twice as much. And at this stage, you can literally just put it in a plastic bag and freeze it. And that way, if you want to have twice cooked pork belly, you don't have to do the simmering process later. You can just pre-prepare it, eat some of it now, freeze another part of it, and take it out of your freezer when it thaws enough to cut, slice it, and then it's a really, really fast, really easy stir fry where you already have the pork belly made. So that's an excellent tip for you guys.
Thumbs up.
As for our dry fried chicken, we will discuss some of the ingredients now that we showed earlier. So we have the Sichuan peppercorns, right? But we also have these, which are called Facing Heaven chilies. They're a kind of Sichuan chili. If you don't have access to these, or you don't feel like buying them off of Amazon, you can get arbol chilies or another good. We want a small spicy chili. As for these are what are called oigochu, which is a kind of mild Korean chili. Gochu are the name of chilies in Korea. And so you want a mild one, not one of the spicy ones. So these tend to be bigger and milder, the oigochu. Oi means cucumber, so they're like cucumber peppers is what they're called. You can use Turkish peppers. If you're in the States, it's often easier to get Anaheim or poblano peppers. The point is we want something that is crunchy and has a mild chili flavor. If you must use bell peppers, you can do that. Also, I forgot to say, but both of these recipes come from a cookbook called The Food of Sichuan by a British author named Fuchsia Dunlop. She has a great Instagram. I would encourage you to, I don't have the book here, the book is actually in the States, in my boxes of books, but I have copied these recipes from that book, and I have a recipe folder on my phone where I take pictures of cookbooks, and so I pulled those from there. But I would, if you like this, the book is wonderful. As far as I know, okay, let me rephrase this. Fuchsia Dunlop, the author, has graduated from the Chengdu Culinary School in Sichuan. And as far as I know, she is the only Westerner to ever do that. So she has been professionally trained in Sichuan province in the preeminent cooking school to make Sichuan cuisine, and she is a Chinese food expert. Her Instagram is great. I would definitely check that out. And I would get her cookbook too. It's not very expensive. I think I bought it for like $20 or $30. It's a beautiful hardcover book, has tons and tons of Sichuan recipes in it. So she's she is the most famous Sichuan chef in English.
Yes, that is where gochujang comes from.
Yes, gochu is the peppers, the Korean chilies.
The chili pepper, and chang is like the paste.
And also where gochugaru comes from, which is literally chili powder, which is the same word that they would use for flour. Like garu is
milgaru.
milgaru is wheat flour, right? Or wheat powder, I guess. Cornmeal in Korean is oksusu garu, which is corn powder, right? So we'll prepare our aromatics first. Again, we're stir frying, so we want to get our mise en place all done, because when it comes to the actual cooking of these dishes, it's going to go really fast. So we need everything in little bowls so that we can quickly dump it in without having to think about it. So our aromatics are all going to be put in at the same time, so we can put them all together. We are going to thinly slice the garlic today. You can thinly slice the ginger too. Again, the smaller it is, the more intense the flavor is going to be. So we're going to thinly slice 4 garlic cloves here.
Have you been to Sichuan?
I have not.
Do you plan to?
Susie's been to Chengdu though.
I have.
How was it?
Pandas.
You saw the pandas. Chengdu is very famous for, Sichuan province is very famous for its pandas as well. I have had a lot of Sichuan food in China, just not in Chengdu. I would like to go to Chengdu at some point.
I was there for Crossfire.
You were.
Chobra and I went to go see pandas.
We only want the scallion whites and pale greens for this, so I'm just going to pull off the tops, because these are the more aromatic parts that have the stronger flavor as opposed to the greens. So I will save those greens for garnishes, or I like to make omelets with the greens, personally. So we will thinly slice these scallions.
Do you have one more squat and gape to go?
I do. Okay. Which I suppose we can do sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So we can move camera 2 around?
Yes.
We could also try a new camera angle for Squat and Gabe, which could be me right here. What do you think? Do you like it, Susie?
No.
Okay.
You like playing peekaboo with the camera.
Okay. So here are our aromatic. Here's our aromatic bowl of the ginger, garlic, and scallion whites. We are going to add all of these aromatics to the stir fry at the same time. So we'll just put this aside. We are also going to be adding our Sichuan peppercorns and our Sichuan chili peppers at the same time. But before we do that, I need to trim the chilies. I'm going to cut them and de-seed them a little bit. We don't need to get all the seeds out. I like this to be spicy because it is supposed to be ma la, which is the spicy and numb. But we need to snip off. I'm going to use kitchen shears for this because kitchen shears are the best tool for this. Snip off the tops and kind of shake out a little bit of the seeds.
My wife is asking, what made you fall in love with Monty? Is it his ruggish good looks or his masterful gaming?
Sounds like your wife is in love with me. All right, so we're going to snip these into little pieces. Again, this is one of those times where we're not going to eat the chilies. They're going to be providing some really nice scents as well as flavoring the oil and making the dish a little bit spicy. So this chili's a little bit too dried out, actually. A different one.
Or maybe they just said my wife, but they're actually the ones in love with you. Using your wife as a decoy. I see how it goes. I ate one of those out of a hot pot once. Big mistake.
Yeah, you can eat them, but they're mostly there to provide a scent to the dish and to provide some additional flavor and color. They're beautiful, too. The nice little bursts of red nestled amongst the chicken pieces.
Monty, come on, she married me for my good humor.
I like it.
It's 1G TV. I married Monty for a plethora of reasons.
Great in the sack, you know. She's just staring at me.
Awkward silence.
All right, so.
Is Susie being paid for her efforts? I'm being paid in food.
So there we go. We have all our Sichuan peppercorns and chili pieces now. So all of those are going to go in at the same time as well.
No, I think the sexiest thing for me in a man is confidence and competency. Which Monty has. I am happy that you are a confident and competent man.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to prepare our chilies now. Cut off the top. I'm going to put an incision down the side here. And we have the inner membrane and the seeds, so I was going to pull that out and discard it. I'll give these a wash in just a second as well. So I got to do that with all of them. I'm using about 7 of these.
These you can eat.
Oh yeah, these are very mild. These are very mild. That's why I suggest if you... I'm using what I have here that's easily accessible in Korea, but Turkish peppers or... in the States, oftentimes I use Anaheim chilies, which are obviously bigger, so you don't have to use quite as many of them. Maybe like 3 is good.
How are you so tidy when cooking? I always make a mess.
So a few things. Usually I'm not. I'm much tidier on stream. When I cook off stream. So I'm very careful here, and it does take more time for me to be tidy. Second off, I would recommend that you have, so in Korea we have this. Here, I'll just show you this. Trash.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. This is just a food waste bin. So all food waste is in Korea has to be disposed of separately. You can't include things like bones, but or eggshells. But for the most part, you're supposed to put your food waste into a separate container. And what it is actually used for is they take the food waste away, and as it rots, it creates gas that they use to create electricity. So it creates biogas, basically. So it's a very efficient system that Korea uses. Korea is probably, I think it's the best nation on earth in terms of recycling. They have you pretty aggressively divide all your recyclables out in like, you divide plastic film, plastic, glass, cans.
Bottles.
Yeah. So there's like 4 different types of recycling. People are very good at dividing it themselves. And for example, at the bottom of our apartment tower, there is like a trash hut. And inside the trash hut, there's the various containers for cardboard, everything that you divide out. And so people do that. And then there are bins that you have like a key card to, where it's keyed to your apartment, and you tap your key card and you put your food waste in there, and you pay for your food waste by weight, and it's supposed to discourage, people from using a lot of, like, to encourage people to use the food that they buy. And so you pay a little bit of money for that. That's just added to your maintenance fee for your apartment, basically. So it's all very good. Here in Korea, they recycle something like 80% plus of the stuff. So it's not just like put in a giant bale and shipped to a third world country. They actually do recycle a lot of the plastic and everything that isn't recycled in America or other countries. So yeah.
And there's always like a guy who's like down there, and it's his job. I don't know if he works it or like he volunteers, but there's someone who always just kind of helps you figure out where things go and like keeps it tidy in the trash hut.
So the answer to your question about how do I keep things tidy is because I have this container of food waste, I'll just put it next to my cutting board and toss things in there. But what you can do is just put a bowl there, just like put a mixing bowl, like a plastic or a stainless steel mixing bowl, and then just chuck all your food waste into there. So, or unless you have a trash can right next to you. Hi, cat. Yeah, you're very loud.
It's a Stella appearance. Hi, Stelly.
So the other thing you could do is just use your bench scraper, and if you have a lot of little chunks of things, then you can just scoop it to the side, right? And clean off your cutting board. But if you have little bowls that you're putting your food in for your mise en place, and you have your kind of food waste, it becomes a lot easier. You just got to set up your workspace properly. All right, I'm just going to rinse some of the seeds out of the middle here.
If you were making this for yourself, would you actually de-seed it or keep it spicy?
Okay, de-seed these? Yes, because you don't want the membranes in there too. They just like,
oh yeah, true.
The texture is just not good. Like think about, you take the membranes out of a bell pepper too.
Yeah.
Because it's just the texture is just not the best. You want the crunchy part, not the like membrane part. It's kind of gross.
You can see the cat, and yes, I'm in my pajamas, but it's okay. I don't care. I decided I don't care.
Susie said she was not going to come on camera today.
Yeah.
And I told her she would, and she said no, and then she did.
Well,
so who was right in the end?
It's Stella's
Me.
fault.
I was right.
Stella's fault.
All right, so we're going to do what are called horse ear cut, which is basically to cut at an angle here. It's a kind of cut that is used frequently in Chinese stir fries. Can I get the top-down camera, please? So what we want to do is slice at an angle here. And I'm going to cut these approximately the same size as our pieces of chicken. So we want everything to be a uniform size so that it's pleasant to eat. But if I wanted it spicier, guys, I could just add more of the chili peppers, or I can add more chili oil at the end.
I think Stella just needs some snuggles.
She needed validation.
Yeah.
So you can see here, this isn't very spicy. It's like a little bit spicy, but very mild. Oh, I forgot an ingredient, by the way. Sorry, editors. I forgot an ingredient during our ingredient showcase. It's this, which is Sichuan broad bean paste. This is another critical ingredient that you can buy in any Asian market or on Amazon. So broad bean paste. It's a fermented broad beans with chilies.
Do you want to do your ingredient thing again?
Well, I'll just do it from the top down. How about that?
The worst thing is we don't get any of it at the end. But I do.
Okay, so here are our ingredients for our dry fried chicken that have been fully prepared. We have our chicken thighs. We have our sliced oi gochu, which are Korean green peppers. You can use Turkish peppers or Anaheim chilies. I have sliced scallions, minced ginger, sliced garlic. We have chopped up Sichuan chilies and a teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorn. We have the Sichuan broad bean paste. I have dark soy sauce and a little bit of Sichuan chili oil here. And a little bit of powdered sugar.
Some MonteCristo sugar.
What? Why is it called MonteCristo's sugar, Susie?
Because you're powdered?
No! do the joke right.
Because you're sweet like sugar?
That's me. All right, so I'm just going to put all of these things aside until we're ready to stir fry. This is all the ingredients that we need.
No MSG? No MSG?
Oh, there's almost certainly MSG in the broad bean paste, guys.
Oh, cool. I'll be going to Sichuan for Worlds this year.
That's true, it is, and yeah.
Good to know what I'll be eating.
Yeah, there's tons of great Sichuan food. These are just some classics.
Does this cooking show with Monty allow the kids to eat it, or is it an adult-only stream and food?
I don't see a problem with kids watching this stream.
It's
pretty
fine.
pretty family friendly. And this food is not going to be kid friendly, but a lot of the
spicy.
a lot of the food we made last week was
the twice cooked pork. I think it's pretty good.
The food we made last week, the American style Chinese food, was great for kids. A lot of kids will like the orange chicken and stuff like that. Our baby loved the lo mein.
Yeah. He ate fistfuls of the lo mein.
Some kids that weren't ours loved the orange chicken.
All kids love orange chickens except for
ours. I'm going to check on our pork.
Just tune into stream extremely sleep deprived and you won't get hungry watching Monty cook the food.
This is not quite cold enough yet, so I'm going to put it back in for a few minutes.
Kids need spicy food. It helps them grow up strong.
It helps build character. Agreed. All right, well, so while we wait for that, we're going to go ahead and make our Sichuan smashed cucumbers.
Woohoo! My friends' kids hate everything I cook too. They're so picky. No, our kids are getting better though. Especially Max. He's been doing really well. We went out to a lamb skewer restaurant the other night and
Which is a Chinese style, it's like Korean Chinese food.
and both of our kids really surprised us by
It's like table barbecue.
it was
It's great.
incredible. Mandy, can you show me the foot of the elephant mug?
What?
I don't know what the foot is, but you can see the elephant mug. Ta-da! I'll show you one too. Why is it not focusing? Do I need to go tap it?
Yeah, that's okay. I got it.
There we go. Closer, please.
Hold
There
on.
we go. Yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing it's not auto-focusing very well today. Wow.
Do you want to see the bottom of the mug? Is
I
that...
can't. It has coffee in it, guys. Hang on just a second. Pull it off this camera, please. Sometimes it needs a little extra encouragement to autofocus properly. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. All right, we're good, dope.
All right, now show us the mug again. Is a mug stream. Ta-da! You know what? If you really want to look at it, you should just buy one and then look at it
Yeah.
yourself in person.
What are you doing?
Which reminds me, I need to get my collector's shirt.
Yeah, I'll get that for you.
Monty and Susie, what gaming related or game in general do you tell your kids back in my day line?
Oh, my kid just plays like N64 games because we have the N64 Switch, subscription thing. So he loves like the original Pokemon Snap. He was playing Mario Kart 64 the other day. He doesn't know any better, so we just give him the old games.
He's finally figured out how to play a game on his own. He plays the PJ Masks game that we had bought
He
him.
plays the new Pokemon Snap on his own too, to be fair.
I don't think he can understand StarCraft just yet, so we'll
Yeah, he needs more time. He's only 5, guys. Here are the ingredients for our Sichuan smashed cucumbers. We have a couple of English or Korean cucumbers, garlic, sesame seeds, toasted of course, light soy sauce, Chinese black vinegar, sugar, and kosher salt.
You don't go back in my day, we blow cartridge. I don't think he knows what a cartridge is.
He doesn't know what a CD or a DVD is, guys. All right. So why do we use Korean cucumbers or Japanese cucumbers or Persian cucumbers or English cucumbers? It's because they have a higher density to them and they have less water content. They don't have a lot of seeds. If you use typical American cucumbers, you need to scoop out the seeds. But it's better just to use these. You can get these kind of cucumbers pretty much anywhere. I mean, they're the only kind of cucumbers that really exist easily in Korea, which is nice because I don't ever use the other kind for anything anyway because they are just worse.
Wow, you just like held up 2 cucumbers and we got 20 new viewers on the
Wow.
stream.
Just jerking the cukes.
You just need to hold up cucumbers, apparently.
This is a children-friendly stream.
It is.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 cucumbers and we're going to cut them into thirds. So here we go. Cut it into approximately thirds. And you may ask yourself, why are we calling them smashed cucumbers? Why would we call them? Because we're going to smash them. Hell yeah. Here's a rolling pin.
Wait, where's your smasher thing? Don't you have a smasher thing?
This will be better for this. My hammer.
Yeah.
And then we hit it with a hammer. We'll try both.
Okay. We'll experiment.
So I need a bag, plastic bag. So I'm going to get out a plastic bag here. And why smash them instead of just cutting them? Excellent question, erudite viewer. Well, the reason why we smash instead of merely cutting is because it's going to create a kind of more irregular texture to hold the dressing that we're going to be putting in there. And plus, it's just, frankly, it's just part of the experience now. But the cool thing about these cucumbers is when you smash them like this, they smash into these long spears. So they kind of, the way the cucumber is structured, it will smash into like more or less a long, like a kind of a long piece. So yeah. So we're going to use our rolling, we're going to smash and it'll split lengthwise. And then we're going to cut them from there into probably half this size. So as you can see, so if you hit it, what happens is it fractures into these different spears, right? So it's a little bit crunchy, a little bit craggly in here. That one needs to get hit again. Bad cucumber. Oh, I split it in half.
Oh, you split.
It's okay though, because we want them in pieces approximately this size anyway. You want them about 1.5 inches, so it's okay. Right? So we're just doing some rough smashing here of our cucumbers. This one split really nicely, so you can see it's all crunchy. Split into a few different pieces, and we'll just go ahead and cut these in half. Wow.
Now use the smasher thing.
The smasher thing. It's a technical term.
Hashtag zaddy smashing.
Let me put this in the colander, actually. Am I? No. So some of these I'm just going to cut up a little bit. But it is part of the charm of this particular dish. Wouldn't be the same.
All right, you using the hammer thing?
Yeah, I'm using the meat tenderizer. Oh, that actually worked better.
Ha ha!
That worked perfectly, actually, Susie. Good job. Okay, so you can see it's split into a bunch of different pieces here. This is how it should look ideally. And now we just cut them in half. Boom. Perfect.
Always trust your producer.
That's right. My producer knows.
I've done, quite a few.
She's smashed a few
I've smashed
cucumbers.
I've smashed a few times in my life.
Perfect.
But if you don't have a meat tenderizer,
Just use a rolling pin or a
baseball bat.
cast iron skillet, whatever is good for smashing.
Have you ever cooked for Thorin before?
Yeah. I made steaks. He basically just eats giant pieces of meat.
That's true.
He's pretty boring when it comes to food. He hates cheese. He's the only person I've ever met who hates all forms of cheese.
Do you remember when we went to go to that
Oh,
restaurant?
yeah, he tells that story at our show sometimes. He did not have a good time.
I didn't. Okay, honestly, I don't think that was my favorite restaurant.
It wasn't. It was a Michelin-starred restaurant, but it was. The problem is like it was a farm-to-table Michelin-style restaurant, and it was asparagus season. So it was literally just like 10 different kinds of asparagus. It wasn't great.
It was awful. Honestly, like I can't believe we were.
Well, we didn't know it was going to be 10 different kinds of asparagus. Okay.
We should have looked at the menu before.
Anyway, whatever. It is what it is.
It made for a great story later on.
It was very funny. Anyway.
Because then, every time the dish would come, we would just be like, "Oh, maybe something different." Oh, it's asparagus again. Okay.
All right. So we need to add a teaspoon and a half of kosher salt. And again, we are going to salt our cucumbers first because like every cucumber salad that we make, the salt is going to draw the water out of the cucumbers and it will make the resulting salad much more crisp. And we don't want the water coming out of the cucumbers and watering down our dressing, which is what's going to happen, right? So we really just want to toss the cucumbers with our hands with the salt. Make sure the salt is evenly covering the cucumbers. And we're just going to leave it there. We will strain these out with a colander in a little bit. So they need to stand for maybe like 15 to 30 minutes for all the salt to drain out of them. It'll make the cucumbers all the water to drain out of them. The salt won't drain out, obviously. The resulting cucumbers are going to be extra crunchy too. So now we're going to start making the dressing. We want to combine our garlic and our black vinegar, or the Qingqiang vinegar. My pronunciation of Chinese is terrible, sorry. We want to mince our garlic. So we want to just get the garlic flavored, or the vinegar flavored with the garlic. We still have one more to do, Susie.
Ah!
You can't do that right now.
I thought you said we were done.
Sorry, we need to do the rest of the pork belly, the twice cooked pork.
I will reposition you again.
And then we will be done.
No, Monty has not stepped. If anything, he's actually he's working more so behind the scenes for Elephant. Someone asked, he's been absent from a lot of the podcasts they usually see you on, and if you've taken a step back from Elephant.
No, I just needed to run the business. We're about to launch several new shows and different esports guys. But basically, as long as I was tied to having to watch like 40 hours of League of Legends a week, it was going to be really hard for me to expand the network, and expand the business, which is what I've been doing. So I had to replace myself on those shows and then, work on the business side. So you'll see a lot of that soon. I mean, you've already seen some of it. The fact that we have merchandise now is a direct result of me having time to do these kind of things, right?
Yeah, it's pretty impossible to run the entire business, but also have to watch gajillions of hours of League of Legends to analyze it and talk about it.
It wouldn't be impossible if I didn't have a family, but I like to spend time with my kids. So, all right. So we're going to do 4 teaspoons of our Chinese black vinegar. And we're going to let the garlic, our minced garlic or our grated garlic, sit in here.
Yes, it's Susie's fault for providing you with children and creating a family for you. How dare you spend time with your kids?
I mean, I also just don't want to be in the weeds on League of Legends anymore. I have other things I want to do, like what I was tweeting about. One of the things we're trying to do with LFN is get into general gaming also. And one thing that I really want to do is now I have time to do things like, so we're planning, so you guys may know the game that's coming out, Ghost of Yote, which is the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. And Mount Yote happens to be in Hokkaido, which is the northernmost island of Japan. This game comes out in October, and what I want to do is to fly to Hokkaido, climb Mount Yote, tour around the countryside, learn to cook Hokkaido food, and then when I come back for the launch of Ghost of Yotei, what we can do is we can stream me playing the game, Ghost of Yotei. We can do Hokkaido cooking streams that week to show food that is from that region of Japan. I'll read books about Hokkaido history and Ainu, which are the native people, their sagas and mythology. And so that way, when I play the game, I will have literally been to the places, be able to inform you guys about real Hokkaido and Ainu history, and then we'll be able to do some like review content on LFN gaming. So the idea is to create a fully integrated Hokkaido cooking stream, history, Ghost of Yotei game review all at the same time. Now takes a lot of time to plan and do this, which I would not have with League of Legends, but if I can take a few days to go to Hokkaido and do these things and then plan out all of this content around it, I think it could be really cool. So you guys tell me if that sounds cool.
What do you guys think? Yeah. Okay, some people saying that sounds epic. We love the idea. It sounds kind of cool, but not as cool as Star Wars dancing.
Okay, well, we'll get to that too. Don't worry about it. So we are going to let the garlic and vinegar just steep for a moment. So we'll leave that aside for maybe 10 minutes, and then we will add the rest of the... Whoa! Are you using wipes now?
I thought I might get fancy.
I saw it, producer. I saw your wipe cut.
That would be awesome. You could even film yourself where it's allowed touring Yotei. And
Oh, yes.
Reference in the gaming channel. Yeah.
So what I will do is I will take the gimbal with me and the mics, and I will film me going to these places so that we have a bunch of B-roll, footage to integrate into the content. So it should be really fun, guys. I'll be able to film myself going to restaurants and eating the seafood, which is very famous in Hokkaido, and the soup curry and everything else that they've got up there. So some of the fun dishes, and then we'll be able to cut that into me making the stuff here, and I can talk to you guys about it. So it'll be, it's going to take months for me to read these books. We'll take footage of me climbing Yotei. We'll take footage of me at the Ainu Cultural Museum, which is in that part of Hokkaido too. So there's a ton of stuff that I can do that I think will be really, really, really cool. But I have to have time in order to plan this out and like make the entire thing. So it's an ambitious project.
Yeah, he's going to be taking his cameraman with him, Max, on this trip. He's going to climb Mount Yotei with
a 5-year-old.
With a 5-year-old.
Maybe. We'll see if that's even possible.
I think he'll do it. I think he'll be good at it. I would go with you, but someone has to watch the baby. So
yeah. Understand. Susie doesn't like hiking anyway. She does not like hiking. Okay, let's see if our pork belly is cold enough now. Should be getting there. Yeah, it's definitely cold enough now.
Frozen?
It's not frozen. Some of the liquid at the bottom is frozen, but we want it to be, nice and cold. Because when we slice it up here, it needs to be very thin.
Anyway, overall, it sounds like people are excited about that content, if we could get it all together.
Yep. It's doable, guys. But this is the kind of stuff that I just couldn't do while doing League of Legends. It's not possible. Okay, so we want to slice this extremely thinly, our pork belly. And when it's cold, it will allow us to do that. So here's an example of our very thinly sliced pork belly. Hello? There it goes. Here's our very thinly sliced pork belly. You can see all the layers of fat and meat. It is thinly sliced.
Susie taking the easy way out while Monty suffers through scenic Japan.
Look, we're both doing the things we want to do, okay? I want to climb the mountain. She doesn't, so.
I'm happy to, wait for you in the onsen and play in the water with our
baby. Yeah.
You could take the 5-year-old with you.
See? Everybody's happy. Our 5-year-old likes hiking a lot, so. We'll see if he can even do a 10-hour hike or however long that is.
Builds character.
Builds character.
Anything is possible once you eliminate League of Legends.
You too could have a life.
Nictacular is raiding with a party of 1.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful of you. Big raid, he says.
Huge, huge.
Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. We appreciate. Wow, we have quite a few people watching today.
It's amazing what happens without tech issues and consistent content. Speaking of consistent content, I hope you guys didn't like consistent content.
Yeah.
So basically, after we finish this week, we're going to have to take a little bit of a break again, unfortunately, because basically our kids are on summer break. So it's going to be a bit hard. And also, I really, really, really need the edited content to start coming out, guys. So we need to take a long look at how the edits are going and start to release those. So there will be content. It will just be the edited content that we've made, because I think we've made something like we have 30 or 40 recipe videos based on all of the streams that we've done. And I'm really reluctant to keep on going with this because we don't have any feedback yet of the edit. The edits are good, guys, don't get me wrong, but we need to see how they perform and see what we can do better and like iterate on that. So it's really hard. I don't want to just keep making content because every week I do this, it creates 5 or 6 additional recipe videos because we're doing 2 to 3 per day. So it's a pretty intense schedule. And what we want to do is have our streams and then have 5, 6 YouTube videos coming out every week. This is a huge project on top of like TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So it really is a very, very ambitious project, Continue Cooking, but we need to give it time to catch up because I don't want us to be like 2 months behind. I'd like to have like a month of content in the bank. So basically the live stream is a month ahead of the YouTube videos and everything like that. But we need to give it some time to catch up. And also, we need to start releasing the videos so we actually have some data on what is doing well and what is not so we can plan our streams. Also, I'm going to start doing some different kinds of cooking streams too. So we're going to keep doing this. So if you like this, no worries. But we're going to cut it up with some weirder ideas that I think have a better chance of like doing viral numbers. So I want to do something called Flavor Combat, which is obviously a Mortal Kombat. Flavor Combat! Where I do want to dress like Sub-Zero or whatever. I will. And what we want to do is like take, for example, the 4 most popular grilled cheese recipes on YouTube. And we'll have a tournament where we give fatalities to the losers. So we'll like blend them or like torch them or, whatever. It'll be fun. And we'll figure out what is the best like grilled cheese or other kind of recipe that exists on YouTube. Should be really fun.
Pog. 2 Shens. Stella can be the second Shen for you.
So yeah, it's that requires a lot of additional graphics, and we're also trying to wait for some of the graphics to. We have a bunch of graphics being made right now to spice up this kind of content also. So there's a lot going on with this, guys. But I can't just continue to make content, continue to cooking while we wait for all this stuff to catch up.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that your producer will be working a different job.
Yeah, and we have kids. I have to take care of kids at home too, so it's just going to be a little bit tougher during these times.
And then in August, we should be back for
Yeah.
a few more episodes. And then, hopefully, September, we're able to go to Hokkaido and
So
create the content.
yeah, what will happen is we'll iterate on this content over the next few weeks after this one. Then we'll be back for probably a month. Then we'll take a few days to go to Hokkaido to do the Yote stuff. Then we'll come back, do a month of content into the Ghost of Yote launch, which is October 2nd. Ghost of Yote will launch. We'll start those streams that will be focused more on the history and talking about the game as well as reviewing it. And then, so for example, the way that this cooking stream is set up, guys, is This all runs through my gaming PC. That's where it's streaming. So what it means is I can literally do a cooking stream of Hokkaido food, walk into the next room, flip it without turning the stream off over to Ghost of Yotei and play for several hours, which is the intent behind the stream in the first place and the reason why I have the tech setup that I do. If we need to cook something for a long time, I can also picture-in-picture, like the stove cam, onto my game overlay. It's pretty badass. So we'll be able to like very smoothly transition from Ghost of Yotei gameplay stream into the cooking stream. So we'll be able to do the Hokkaido cooking all at the same time. So it'll just be an entirely themed thing, and then we'll do some review content. I might tap some other people to do that with me. So anyway, now we have all of our sliced pork belly. We got a bowl for this. All delightfully thinly sliced, as you can see.
So delightful.
Oh, the wipe.
Honestly, I just don't wipe because I always just forget to do it. But it was fun. I look forward to the river spear fishing and outdoor barbecue split screen.
Oh, guys, you have no idea how ambitious I am. You know, basically, I'm just waiting for Starlink to implement cell phone coverage, because then I'll be able to do some really crazy stuff like, stream in the real wilderness, like go on a horseback adventure to Mongolia for a week and just live stream, IRL stream like crazy adventure content.
You're taking Max with you, right?
Sure. All right.
Oh, God needs context. Context very important. Oh, I don't even know. Wait, did I say something weird without context?
I don't think so.
What are they talking about?
I don't know.
Okay. I show speed and a few other streamers do it with Starlink already, I think.
No, I don't believe they do. Maybe he has access, but it's not. He's not doing it in super remote areas.
I don't usually wipe because I forget.
That's funny.
Okay. Can always depend on chat to find the silly things you say. Oh, wait. I said that.
Yes,
About
you said
wiping.
that. That's what you said, Susie. That's what you said. Yes. You just got that? That's what you said?
Uh-huh. You gonna tell us what's in the bag of mystery sauce?
It's sweet flour sauce.
Yes, I'm gonna blame chat for everything, guys. Blaming chat.
You having a yoga break?
I gotta go adjust the camera again. What are you looking for? More bowls.
More bowls. Forever more bowls.
Good thing we have a dishwasher. What's in the box?
That's where all the camera equipment lives, guys.
Oh, I see. It was a 7 reference when I asked what's in the bag.
Oh, yes.
But also, there's a big gray box on the kitchen counter, which people may be confused about. But that's where all the camera equipment lives.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me frame you in the camera shot. I need to stop saying things out of context.
She's framing me, guys. I didn't do it.
It's all your fault.
I didn't do it.
Okay, and going to 2. Huh.
Whoa. Okay, guys. Here are ingredients for the stir-fry portion of our twice-cooked pork. We have our thinly sliced pork belly. We have some buchu. That's what it's called in Korean. They're Chinese garlic shoots. If you can't use this, don't have it, access to it at Asian market, use some leeks. So I have a bunch of that. Sweet flour sauce. We have some Sichuan broad bean paste, dark soy sauce, and fermented Chinese black beans. So, like I said, these are Chinese garlic shoots. Hello? So these are Chinese garlic shoots. They will be at a Asian, like a Chinese or a Korean grocery store. In Korean, they're called buchu. These are frequently an ingredient of Korean side dishes. If you guys remember, when we made cucumber kimchi or oi kimchi, it has the buchu in it. They have a very kind of mild, garlicky flavor. They are used in this dish. If you cannot get these, slice up some leeks. It'll change the flavor of the dish, but I like it with leeks a lot too. I've made it both ways many times. Leeks are delicious in this also. You just kind of give them the horsehair, the horse ear cut also, but you cut them smaller and you have to cook them for a little bit longer because they're going to be a little bit denser. We have sweet flour paste. Again, you're going to have to buy this off of Amazon or at an Asian market. We have same thing with our broad bean paste and our fermented Chinese black beans. I rinse these off. That's why there's a little bit of liquid in there. You rinse off the outside. Fortunately, all this stuff can last in your refrigerator forever. So if you like Sichuan food, not really a big deal because you'll be cooking with it relatively frequently and it'll last a long time.
Is buchu similar to scallions?
No.
Okay. Are you able to share what cutting board that is?
It is called Cookcell. It's the incel of cutting boards. Cookkcell.
I don't know. My parents gave it to us.
Her parents lent it to us when we came over here. This is an end grain cutting board, though, so you can find other nice end grain cutting boards.
I can only catch these streams live once in a blue moon due to work, but lucky to join on one of my favorite dishes.
Oh, nice. Somebody has excellent taste. I'll tell you a story, guys. So I first became acquainted with Sichuan food when I was living in New York City. And I was working at a law firm in Midtown Manhattan. And I found a place. You're very distracting when you're doing that. Anyway, I found a Sichuan restaurant where I could go grab some takeout for lunch. And they had this dish called pork belly with chili leeks. which is twice cooked pork. They were just using a different name for it. And I would order it from there, and I just fell in love with this dish. So it was really my introduction to Sichuan food, and it is so good, guys. So the first time I ate it, and the first many times I ate it with the leeks instead of with the Chinese garlic shoots. But when I started making it myself, I realized that this was the more authentic way to make the dish, and because I was living in Los Angeles, I could easily get this by picking up some at the Korean grocery store that we went for Korean food anyway. And I taught myself during the pandemic, I said, I want to learn how to make Sichuan food. I really like Sichuan food. I don't know how to make it. So I made a ton of Sichuan dishes during the pandemic. And these are just a couple of Susie and my favorites. And also some of the most common Sichuan dishes you will find, alongside mapo tofu, obviously.
I remember that. You experimented a lot, and we had to figure out how much of what to put in, what was, good for our palate, right? You were there too, Stella.
So we're going to cut these into the horse ear pieces again. We're going to do these a little bit longer so they're easier to grab with our chopsticks. So just cutting them at like a 45-degree angle. And they can be a little bit long, it's okay. Yeah, cut a little bit off the top here. So here are our buchu. And these are going to go in at the end of the dish. They cook really quickly. They have a very mild garlic flavor. And we don't use garlic in this dish.
Living in New York or London would be amazing. Pretty much every cuisine at your doorstep.
I mean, LA actually I think is the best city in the world for food. The quality to price to selection ratio is absolutely nuts in LA. And I've lived in New York as well. Obviously I've been to London many times. London's food scene is underrated for sure.
Yeah, London.
LA it really is king, guys. I don't like LA, but it is the best part of LA.
All right, is it almost time to throw everything together?
Why? Are you hungry? Is that what you're saying?
It's lunchtime.
Oh well, let's finish our salad dressing first.
Oh yeah, cucumbers. Yes.
So I'll give this a little bit of a mix, and we're gonna add our soy sauce. So our light soy sauce here. What do I do with my spoons?
I watched Monty in many forms for years and never knew he worked at a firm. The lore deepens.
That's what I did when I graduated from college. All right, I'm going to add a tablespoon of the light soy sauce. We'll add a teaspoon of sugar. Okay, we need to get, oh, I forgot to add this. Another one, man, not doing well today, guys. Another ingredient I forgot to add earlier, we need sesame oil. So toasted sesame oil, we need 2 teaspoons.
This is to the salad dressing, right?
Yeah.
Editors?
Editor, sorry. I'm the worst. 2 teaspoons of our toasted sesame oil. And we're going to mix that and dissolve our sugar. Okay, I'm just tasting it and checking for sugar granules that are in there. That feels like it's pretty well mixed at this point in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to drain these cucumbers. So how do I want to do this?
Use a drainer thing.
So I'm going to use a strainer here. I just normally just do this over the sink, but I'm doing it here so that you guys can see kind of there's a lot of water that's coming out of here. Which is
Do
why
you need to squeeze them?
I mean, I can. These are not going to be very squeezable because they're still in giant spears. Not like when we mandolin them for sunamono, which is like a Japanese style. Yeah, there's not a lot of water coming out when I squeeze. But there's plenty of water that came out. If you guys look at this, plenty of water that came out here. So I'm going to just rinse this bowl and wipe it out.
Sichuan feels so underrated. I'm not one for spicy food, but it's so good.
Well, I don't think Sichuan's underrated by Chinese people who... I think Sichuan is held in very high regard by people who are Chinese and enjoy Chinese cuisine.
I live in the Midwest, so spicy food isn't the first thing that comes to mind. Fair enough.
So we're going to dump our cucumber pieces in there. Give this a stir again. So we're going to add our dressing now to the cucumber. Looks great. I'm going to give it a stir.
I made instant pancakes the other day, and I felt like I was on MasterChef.
Oh, great. Good job. Got to start somewhere.
Yep.
So the vinegar is going to get in all the irregular bits where we smashed it, which is really nice. It gets into all the nooks and crannies.
Is this like the equivalent of the skin tags we put on the orange chicken?
I love how you say it the most disgusting way possible, but yes.
Sorry.
We're just creating rough surfaces for sauce to cling to.
Yes.
And I'm going to put a teaspoon of our toasted sesame seeds on here. And give it a stir. Ooh, looks good. You can serve this immediately. I'm going to pop it into the fridge to chill it a little bit, because I think it's good when it's cold, personally.
True. Is there a space?
A little dyer in here.
We're getting a new fridge on Thursday. I'm so excited.
Okay. Now I think we can start stir frying.
Woohoo!
Which one do you want to do first, chat? Chicken or pork?
Pork. Pork is the answer. I am from Chinese says, man, this looks amazing. Are you going to have guests over? Yeah, me. Better to do the vegetable first, so do the pork.
Oh, okay. I like how this is now just a running joke on the stream that pork is a vegetable. Very good.
I've been watching Lulz in season 3, but stopped in 2024.
Yep.
Content by Monty and Thorin was probably the only reason why interest lasted for so many years. You carried, thank you.
Oh. Well, now hopefully we can carry your interest in film and cooking. Check out our show at Last Nation Culture. Our new arc, Psychedelic Horror, is super sick. It's a really fun one.
What was the one we watched before, Mandy?
Altered States.
Yeah.
So let me get everything ready, guys. We got to have everything ready to go. Susie's not doing a good job of telling me which one won.
Oh, pork.
Pork won?
Duh.
Because you said it won, or because the people want the pork?
Okay, so I had 4 people say pork, but probably because I've influenced them. But I have it in text. 4 people said pork.
All right, here we go. Okay, wok, high heat. It depends on how fatty your pork is as to whether you're going to need oil. I happen to know that the pork I buy here is not going to be as fatty as some other ones. So I'm going to add some peanut oil, but you could use any high heat oil. Peanut oil is the traditional cooking oil of Sichuan food. Similarly, the saltiness of your broad bean paste is going to affect whether you add salt to this dish or not. I happen to know that this particular broad bean paste that I have is not as salty as some other ones, so I do need to add some additional salt to the pork. Be careful, because you can make it some broad bean paste is incredibly salty, so you don't need to add any. But this is just knowledge that you will unfortunately have to arrive at by yourself. So it's smoking. I'm going to go ahead and put our pork in here. I'm going to salt it a little bit with some kosher salt, and I'm going to arrange it in a single layer on the bottom of the wok and leave it there. And oftentimes when we stir fry, you'll see us use this technique. This is to brown one side of the meat. The pork is already completely cooked through from our boiling, the first cooking of the pork, so we don't have to worry about it being raw. We are trying to get it a little bit crispy and get some nice color on it, and you have the Maillard reaction for additional flavor. So you can spread it out like this, and we'll just let it go for a second. Maybe a minute or two. And you'll see some of the fat start to render out here into the bottom also. This isn't health food, guys.
No, the last 2 weeks were definitely not health food.
But it is delicious food.
And that's all that matters, really. How many fridges do you guys have?
We have one fridge and one separate freezer, because I freeze a lot of meat, because I buy meat in bulk and then freeze it. Okay, so as you can see, we're starting to get some golden color here onto our pork. That is wonderful. So we want to start stir frying it a little bit. So the pork is going to crisp up in the peanut oil and its own fat, which we love to see.
It's healthy for the soul.
Oh, it definitely is. I love this dish. This is one of my low-key all-time favorites. Okay, when our pork is a little golden, like you see it here, and crispy, what we're going to want to do is turn the heat down, actually. So we're going to turn it down to about medium. We're going to push all of our pork up to one side, and you can see the oil here at the bottom. I'm going to tilt my wok, so we're not cooking the pork right now is the idea. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and activate the broad bean paste. So I'm going to put 1.5 tablespoons of broad bean paste into the base of the pan. And while it's on medium, I'm going to fry the paste in the oil here and activate all those chilies. And it's going to turn this kind of orange color. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's great. So you'll definitely smell it. I am then going to add our fermented black beans. And we'll cook those a bit, get that flavor into our oil as well. Then I'm going to turn it back to high. Here we go, back to high. I'm going to add our sweet flour paste. 1 teaspoon and a half. So 1.5 teaspoons of our sweet flour paste. It's not getting it out very well. Hold on. To everything, and then we're going to coat everything in the sauces. All right, and then we're going to add our buchu, our Chinese garlic shoots.
I'm really curious what the scent would be like.
Chilies, garlic a little bit now that we added the garlic shoots. It has a fermented scent to it. I am also going to add a tiny amount of dark soy sauce, 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, tiny. This is for a little bit of color and a little bit of salt. If you add too much, it will be very salty. Dark soy sauce is very salty. So we are cooking these just briefly because the oil is very hot and the garlic chives are going to wilt super fast. So like 30 seconds, we're done.
I am from Chinese just keeps saying, oh my God, holy shit, this is insane.
I mean, if you're Chinese, I don't think it's that insane. It's pretty normal.
I think he's just thinking it looks very good.
Tastes very good too. All right, so here we go.
I know. Oh, I love this dish. All right.
We all love this
I'm
dish.
gonna
It's
go steal
super
some.
good.
Coming to steal some. Oh, ow, sorry. Ow.
Just running into lights.
I am. This light is so big.
Mmm.
All right, my turn.
Fabulous.
Get some puchu, a piece of pork. Oh!
So good, guys. Let me just make this a little bit more presentable. This is not very spicy. The broad bean paste or the chilies is not super spicy.
No.
But this is kind of a funky dish where it's a little bit spicy. It's a little bit fermented. But
This is something the Koreans would call papdoduk, which means rice thief. So you would get a bowl of rice and eat this, but it's so good, and the white rice will help with enhancing the flavor, I guess. You'll just eat so much rice with this.
Mm-hmm. And so we get these very nicely cooked, caramelized.
Closer. Yeah.
So we get these very, come on camera, work with me here, buddy.
There.
We get these, it's not focused.
It is now. Nope.
No, it's not, Susie.
I'm telling you when it is on the preview screen. Okay. There. Right.
There it is.
There we go.
All right, so we get this really nice caramelized pork belly that's delightfully thin, and it has a bit of a freshness from the garlic shoots. Where you get that fattiness. It's very salty, which it should be. A little bit crunchy.
Yeah, I need another bite. Do you want me to put it on too and have them watch you eat it?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
You can look at the top of my head in the meantime.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I'm gonna, hold on, I'm on, now I gotta come over here.
So here's our twice cooked pork belly. Delightfully crunchy on the outside. Salty, bit funky from our fermented black beans. Absolute delight. One of the best parts of Sichuan cuisine. What do you guys think?
Is it normal that I open my mouth as the meat gets closer to the camera? Yes. Yes is the answer.
We don't eat too much. We got to take pictures of that.
Okay.
I give everything a rinse here. Clean out the wok for round 2.
Oh, I got an extra crispy one.
Yeah, the crunchy ones are good. So I'm gonna rinse the wok and heat it up to dry it.
Take this away from me. I will eat it all.
Give me the camera again, the top down. All right, so there it is in all its glory. Ooh.
God, it's so delicious.
Make sure there's no water in there. So we don't have a lot of spitting going on.
I'm a chef, and I told my boss I would come back with a Chinese recipe to put on the menu. I might just cheat and put this on the menu. It looks fantastic.
It is good. Look, I don't know where you work, but like, hopefully people will buy it. You know, nobody knows what this stuff is in the West.
But it is incredible. Like,
Yeah.
you should make it for yourself first, and then see how you can market to wherever it is that you live. Like, I don't know where your restaurant is, et cetera, and what the demographic is like, but, oh, wonderful.
So wok back on high heat. In goes a couple tablespoons of our peanut oil. Ooh, quite a bit. Maybe too much. Whoops. Give it a nice swirl to coat the wok. Immediately, our chicken thighs go in. We're going to spread these out into a single layer. And what we want the chicken to look like is we want it to have kind of like a gold coating on the bottom. The chicken's going to release some water, which we will need to cook off here because we want to make sure there's no water content. So this will take a few minutes.
It's a country club, so I probably wouldn't sell. But we do have younger couples who would try something new. I mean, if you need to, you could also watch our old video on orange chicken and put that on the menu.
Yeah, we have all last week. We're doing American style Chinese food.
And Niox, thank you for your sub.
Thank you.
Do you ever have Doa over?
We did.
We would have him over more often if he didn't live on the other side of the world.
But he did the bibimbap stream with us.
He did.
He was in Korea. All right, so I'm going to give this a little bit of a toss here. And we're going to let it sit down again. As you can see, you have some of the gold coloring on the chicken right now, but we want to make sure it's kind of all over our chicken pieces. Here's a good example. Yeah. the chicken is going to start to release some water at the bottom, which is going to evaporate very quickly. This is fine. I was waiting a little bit. So we've got some nice gold color on this now. I do want some more of this water to evaporate. Some of it's going to be chicken fat. We are going to need a little bit more oil, looks like, because we need to do the same technique that we did in the twice cooked pork, which is that we need the oil to, a little bit of oil there, to cook our broad bean paste. So before we do that, though, add a little bit of oil. We want to flavor our oil with our peppercorns and our chili peppers. So these are going to go in first. They're not going to go in for very long because we need them to darken a little bit, and you'll be able to smell them, but we need the color to turn a little bit darker on the peppercorns and our chili peppers. Which it is doing. So once you're at this stage, what you can do is, again, turn the heat down to medium. So we're lowering the heat. And we push all our chicken and spices, our chilies and our peppercorns, up to one side as much as we can. So we have a pool of oil here at the bottom. We are going to add a tablespoon and a half of broad bean paste. And just like we did earlier, we are going to chop it up with our wok spatula in here and get our oil nice and orange. Now you'll be able to smell it as well. Okay. We turn the heat, oops, I have a chili pepper here. We have turned the heat back up to high. So back up to high, we're going to mix it all together at this point. So give it a good stir. And now we're going to add our aromatics. So our scallion whites, ginger, and garlic. Oh, shoot. I just spilled all over the stove. One moment. Luckily my stove is clean, so no problem. Spilled a little garlic mostly. Okay, we're good. Saved, saved, saved. We want this, we'll be able to smell this basically instantly. So very briefly, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you'll stir fry this. We are going to add half teaspoon of dark soy sauce at this point in time. So half teaspoon dark soy sauce. This will add some color to the chicken right around the rim here. We are going to add a pinch of MonteCristo's sugar. Why is it called MonteCristo's sugar, Susan?
Because it's super fine, baby.
Pinch of sugar. And our green peppers. And we're going to stir fry this until our green peppers are done.
I hope you guys have turned on your smell-o-visions or whatever. What's it called?
Smell-o-vision. Shout out Futurama. The smelloscope.
The smell-o-scope. Ooh, the peppers.
And we don't need to cook the peppers all the way through because we want it to be a bit crunchy. So we're going to turn it off. That's it. Once you turn off the heat, there's an optional step. It's called add Sichuan chili oil. If you want, you can add Sichuan chili oil. I'm going to because I like it. It's nice and spicy. So I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of this.
Yay.
This dish is supposed to be quite spicy. And just give it a mix to coat the chicken. I'm coughing, it's very pungent. And there we go. We have some very nice dry fried chicken.
Why is it called dry fried chicken when it's not dry?
Good question. I don't know. But this is the mala dish. And by mala we mean it has the numbing spiciness. So the combination of the numbing Sichuan peppercorns with the chilies and the chili oil means that you have this very pleasant sensation of numbness with spiciness.
Would you like to go to 2?
I would. So go.
Well, you're not in the shot.
Well, I don't know what the shot is. Now I know.
There you are.
Here's our dry fried chicken. Nice and spicy. You get the citrus flavor of the Sichuan peppercorns. Oh yeah. Crunch from our green onions. This is quintessential mala food where you get the nice numbing sensation with the spiciness. Ooh, great.
Show us the a bite.
I did.
Closer. You're silly. I like the big garlic chunks in here too.
Yeah. So I'm going to give my Sichuan smashed cucumbers a bit of a turn here. I'm going to put them into a bowl. They're nice and cold now. And the smashed cucumbers are... You okay? The smashed cucumbers are particularly good with the mala flavor because if it's all spicy and warm and numbing, then you get the nice cool crunch of the cucumber and the palate cleanser from the vinegar.
You don't want a 2 cucumber?
Well. So here are our smashed Sichuan cucumbers. Try that again. Here are Sichuan smashed cucumbers. It's the perfect side dish with Sichuan food because if you have the mala spiciness and numbness, the cool cucumber plus the palate cleansing of the rice vinegar really makes a lovely pairing, a counterpoint to the stir fry. How is it?
Good. I think you should take this away from me too, because I'm just gonna eat the whole bowl. Oh, that chili oil definitely gives it a bit of a kick, but it's really good with the mata.
Yeah. You can buy the Chinese chili oil, or you can make it.
Is that the one that Dagon gave us?
No, not that I'm aware of. Did he give us chili oil?
He gave us I thought he gave us a chili
He gave
oil.
us tahine.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, I think this is the one your friend brought back from China.
Ah. Happy Sunday, Monty and Susie.
Yeah, also, guys, we're going to be moving days this week, so it'll be Thursday instead of Wednesday that we do the next stream, because we have to have a new fridge delivered in our normal streaming window, unfortunately. So the stream is going to move one day back later this week, guys.
Oh. Wow. Happy Sunday indeed. Golven gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
Oh, thank you. Very nice for the subs.
So it's going to be Friday morning, Korea time.
Yep,
Thursday night.
U.S. time / 3 a.m. or whatever it is, European time.
Super duper early Friday morning in Europe.
Okay. So I think it's photo time for you, Susie.
I think it is. I need to stop eating. I'm going to go top down.
You're throwing your chopstick on the
I
floor?
am. I'm enraged that I have to stop eating. I'll stop eating this one. I need more chicken on top. Sorry, I ate them all, guys. So I'm going to hide some of the greens and... Can I have a spoon? No,
You know where the spoons are, don't you?
I do.
They're under you, in fact, so actually I can't get it because you're in the way. Did you know that?
Did you guys know that Monty is extremely snarky?
Did you know that Susie asks for things that are in front of her that I don't have access to?
I'm trying to get the oil.
There's
so
there's a
it's
silver
nice and-
there's a silverware drawer in front of her.
Do you want me to take these pictures or not?
I do.
All right,
That's why I asked you to do it.
hush. I need to get the oils so it looks nice and moist.
Good idea.
Right? Doesn't that look better?
Gotta eat cucumbers while you do it?
Huh?
You gotta eat cucumbers while you do it? Mm-hmm. It's critical.
Can I have the phone, please?
Yep.
And then paper towel. Air purifier is not happy.
It's quite smoky when you stir fry.
There. Now, it looks clean. Let's get some meat pieces there. That looks good. Okay.
Monty, ready for football? Think Broncos can make playoffs this year? I mean, they made playoffs last year and they've got a better team. So hopefully. The Broncos look good, man. I mean, I really like their offseason moves. Having Evan Engram is, I think, going to be huge for them.
Is that the same Evan Engram that was on the Giants?
Yep. Is there a good noodle dish that could go well with today's food? I mean, you could do dan dan noodles or a similar kind of dish. Thanks for the gift subs. Golven, I appreciate it.
Oh man, I wish this was the rice bowl, and that way it'd be like symmetrically pleasing, but it's all good.
Sean Payton experience has a high floor. Yeah, I mean, look, they were pretty good last season. I mean, I think Bo Nix especially got better as the season went on. He had statistically one of the best rookie seasons for a quarterback ever, so that was very exciting. They also have a much deeper running back unit this time, which was a huge problem last season.
Okay, I think I'm done.
You guys have a P.O. box? I'd love to send some local snacks and you guys try it on stream. Not yet, but thank you for asking. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw and the safety, what's his name? Hufanga. Yeah. As long as both those guys can stay healthy, it's going to be really huge.
All right, keep talking so I can eat.
Okay, get out. You gimbal. You're interrupting the hour of the gimbling.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, I need you to move
one
so
last
I can
chicken.
gimbal.
One last chicken.
Out.
Ah. Here you guys go. You can see Monty gimbling.
It's the time you look forward to.
We've made it to the gimbal time.
We've made it through the gimbal time once again. Everybody just desperate for the gimbling. As I slowly sway back and forth over bowls of food that are getting cold. I promise you these shots look good in the finished YouTube videos that you may never see. All right. Let the gimbling begin anew.
Damien says, okay, I got to try these recipes. If there's a VOD of this, then a quest for ingredients begins tomorrow.
The VOD is on the live tab of the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@continuecooking. And the ingredients, many of them can just be bought from Amazon because they're sauces that are in jars, or the fermented black beans can be bought from Amazon. There's also a very good, and so can the Sichuan peppercorns and chili peppers. There's a very good site called, if you're in the US, called Mala Market. And I've bought some really high-end Sichuan ingredients from them before. They've got really good stuff. It's more expensive, but it's very good. So I would recommend that as well. And again, if you don't have access to an Asian grocery store to buy the Chinese garlic chives, just use some leeks.
Make sure you wash them thoroughly, though.
Use some leeks.
It was pointed out that dirt can get into
Yeah.
leek crevices, so wash them thoroughly
Yeah.
and make sure.
Leeks require thorough washing. It is true.
Do you think naengmyeon will go well with this pork dish?
Probably. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it'll offset.
I think similar to the cucumbers, the naengmyeon with the vinegar and the coolness of it will help cleanse your palate. So yeah, I think that sounds really good.
What do you mean may never see? I need gimbal footage.
Well, it depends on if we ever release I'm joking for myself because we haven't released any of the YouTube videos, but I can tell you that the gimbal footage does look good in there. And we have brand new lights, so the lighting in here is a lot better than it was previously also. Okay. So, as I previously intimated, this week's stream is moving one day back, the second stream, so it will be, instead of on Wednesday night for most of you guys, Thursday morning Korean time, it'll be Thursday night / Friday morning Korean time. We are going to take a dramatic turn into some weird food. And this food comes from the west of China, the Xinjiang province. And this historically was along the Silk Road, so the trade that went from Asia into Europe. And what this means is that there's going to be some very strange ingredients. So this is Uyghur cuisine from the Uyghur ethnic group that comes from the Xinjiang region. Obviously, you probably know, they are being pretty brutally oppressed by the Chinese government at the time being. They're Muslim, and they are very different ethnically than Han Chinese people, but they make some delicious food also. And what's so interesting about this food is it uses Chinese cooking techniques with a lot of ingredients that are not typically found in Chinese food, particularly cumin, which is a spice that comes from the Middle East and the Mediterranean, and cilantro similarly comes from that region. So our cumin lamb, again, it's lamb because they don't eat pork because they're Muslim. This is a dish that is very popular there. It is amazing, but it's a stir-fry dish with a lot of cumin and a lot of cilantro, which is very weird for Chinese cuisine. We are also going to be making a type of stew called big plate chicken, and this stew goes over hand-cut noodles. And so these are going to be very different dishes, but a different kind of Chinese cuisine, and I'm very excited about it. I love cumin lamb. It's very good, but very odd. So we did our Sichuan dishes today, if you guys missed it. Last week we did a variety of American-style Chinese food. So we did orange chicken and Mongolian beef in one stream, and we did beef and broccoli, pork lo mein, and kung pao shrimp in another stream. So if you guys are interested in that, if you do want to go back and make these recipes, head on over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@continuecooking. If you go to the live tab, you'll find the live stream. And in the description of that live stream will also be the recipes. So there'll be a link to a Google Doc that has the recipes. Big shout out to Fuchsia Dunlop, which I said earlier, her Food of Sichuan cookbook is amazing. That's where the twice cooked pork and the dry fried chicken recipes come from. This comes from the smashed cucumbers, come from America's Test Kitchen. So these are all very authentic Chinese dishes, as opposed to the American-style spins we put to Chinese cuisine last week. So I guess we'll see you guys later this week with our brand new fridge that we get to install. We'll show it to you. We'll show it to you. We have the power.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.